Hello, I'm Andrea Gilligan and you're welcome to Donegal TV. Welcome to Donegal, situated in the northwest of Ireland, where we are going to take you on the tour of the Southwest Loop, where we will take in beautiful scenery, landmarks, traditions, things to do and places to stay. But first we'll start off in Donegal town. Donegal town is situated along the River Esk with a stunning backdrop of the Blue Stack Mountains. The town is steeped in culture and heritage with many attractions such as Donegal Castle, music and cultural festivals, beautiful hotels and plenty of choice for good food and traditional music. Donegal Castle sits on the bend in the River Esk. It was almost fully restored in the late 1990s. It was the home of the O'Donnell clan, one of the most powerful families in Ireland between the 5th and 16th centuries. The centre of the town, known as the Diamond, is the hub of music and culture, being the centre point of many events such as the Donegal Food Festival. A 20-minute drive from Donegal town will take you to the coastal town of Killybegs, which is located on the south coast of the county along the Wild Atlantic Way, is the largest fishing port in Ireland. Killybegs Harbour is home to all of the largest Irish trawlers, but sees many passenger cruise liners passing through its ports also. Killybegs is an excellent spot for water sports such as diving and canoeing for all of the adventure-seeking tourists. Just past Kilcar we have Carrick Village, situated at the foot of the magnificent Sleevely Cliffs. Rising almost 2,000 feet from the Atlantic, the highest sea cliffs in Europe, and twice as high as the Cliffs of Moher. At the base of the cliffs is the Giant's Desk and Chair, but just as amazing as the view is the history that we can see here. Over here is Benbulben with megalithic tombs and mythical links to Finn Mcgill and the Fiona of old. One of Donegal's main attractions, this is a must-see on the Southwest Loop. Paddy Byrne from Sleevely Boat Trips tells us more.
Been out here now for, as I say, nearly 20 years. Every time I see it, it never gets old. You could expect anything on one of these trips. We can come out to cliffs, nearly always there, but we see wildlife. You could see seals, dolphins, nod whale. We get an odd mermaid as well, but they're very thin on the ground at the minute. You know, it's too cold for them. But the cliffs, we would see the cliffs nearly any day we're out. Some days be a bit foggy like we have today, other days they're sunshine clear. They're said to be the highest sea cliff in Europe. They're standing at 1,972 feet, which is just short of 600 metres. Now I've never measured them, but I have a funny feeling they're higher. This year now we've been very, very lucky, touch wood. We had fairly decent weather. I've been operating since about mid-April this year, early April actually, and looking forward to work away till September, maybe even into October. But like that, the weather could break at any time. I mean, I could be tied up for the rest of the year. Simple as that. The weather could break tomorrow and we could be tied up. We do all sorts. We do fishing, we do sightseeing tours. We have a ladder at the back there for divers. We're open to survey work as well. We do anything marine based. We'll definitely have a go at it. Come soon, come often. That's the thing.
Continuing on the loop, we reach the Gash Pass, a rugged scenic area which connects Glencolumkill and the town of Ardra. It takes you on a windy journey through the valleys and mountains with magnificent scenery, totally unspoilt by development. Ardra is a heritage town steeped in history and culture, situated near the Onia River, which is known for its salmon and trout fishing. Just outside the town, the beautiful Asanacarna waterfall is another famous attraction. It's located just outside the town, close to Najran Beach, which leads on to the Granny Mountain, a beautiful scenic drive to capture the true beauty of the Donegal countryside, also hugely popular routes, walking tours and hiking. Ardra is famous for its hand-woven Donegal tweed. Since the 1870s, it was a cottage industry in the area, with the wool being dyed, spun and woven from home. Weaving was the main industry in the town, with generations of weavers in every family. It was the only method of making money, which some of these families had. Triana designed the Fáilte Ireland-approved Donegal Tweed Centre. Still keeps alive these traditions today. It's housed in a beautiful, formerly known as the Mart, where the work of the weavers was carried out many years ago. It was here they spun the wool and created beautiful pieces of fabric woven on the wool, traditional hand looms which are still being used today. The loud clicking of the looms filled the building as the local weavers worked hard to get their webs of cloth finished in time to be sold each month. The noise of the loom still echoes throughout the shop today, as some of the few remaining workers work hard to keep the traditions of Donegal tweed alive. Dennis Mulhern, a fifth-generation weaver himself, bought the building in 1985 from Údarás na Gaeltachta, and together with his wife Anne worked hard to keep his family traditions alive.
My role here is giving the tours. That would be my most important role here. In the shop after, of course, I help the people out with sizes and etc., whatever, colours they're looking for. The most important role that I would do here would be telling them all the history, the background to the making of Donegal tweed from start to finish.
Their daughters Katrina and Patricia grew up with the business and have both got active roles in the main day-to-day running of the business.
We've been in business now for 30 years this year. Actually, we're having like a sort of a mini 30-year anniversary. We have a lot of different things, events planned, PR events so lined up for the year. We're just going to try and celebrate the fact that we're 30 years in business, especially as it's based on a traditional heritage such as Donegal hand-woven tweed, and that we've maintained and grown a business out of that this last 30 years. Ardra in itself is the home of Donegal tweed. It's been an industry here for years, the wools and the tweeds and knitting and all that's in this area here. My dad saw the opportunity of buying a building which was originally the Mart, and it was years ago housed the looms and was a weaving industry. So it closed down, and then, as I said, my dad bought it off Údarás na Gaeltachta then 30 years ago, and he developed it up a little bit and started the manufacturing of the tweed and the garments and machinists. We took on board staff and trained them in, and it all just started from there. I'm here now permanently this 10 years, and my sister's involved in the business too, along with my mum and dad, so we all have a family network and it's very much family based. A lot of our staff here are here for years and years, so we all work together and we're happy here every day and we have a good thing going on here now, so We have a large range of products, from jackets to cape for men, women, and we change our styles a couple of times every year. We work with a designer, and our cloths, you know, my dad designs a lot of the colours with the cloth. He works with the weaver, and those are wove all winter, all year round, and then we're basing that then on our styles for the seasons ahead. We provide a large selection of garments, and we like to base it on quality, and what we do is unique. We only sell here and just exclusive on our website, so they're not going to see it anywhere else, and therefore they feel they're getting something really different and something special, and an investment as well. Well, we're all loving the new jackets that we're modelling. Like, this is our new designs this year, and they're for all age groups. Like, sometimes people think tweed is usually associated with an older person, but again, fashion and trends this last number of years, it's taken a whole new revival. A lot of the celebrities, you know, TV personalities are all wearing the tweed now, you know, in a fashionable way, and therefore it's taken a whole different outlook for young people as well. So we love the jackets that we're wearing here now. All the girls are mad about them. They have them, their eye on them all for now and for the winter, with their jeans and their boots. And so, yeah, word of mouth is a huge factor for us. You know, we have people that come here and they're on bus tours or private tours, and their friends or their family or so on have been here and have had such a great time, or have bought something and they've come here and made it a point of their tour, of their holiday, to come up here and visit us, and we get a lot of repeat business for that reason, and that's a huge aspect. As I said, you get that unique experience and unique product, and that's what people like now. When they're spending money on something, they want to get something for their money, they want to get something different, they want to get something that they have for years to come. You know, it's not just impulse buying anymore. People buy something that's an investment that they're going to get use out of now. So therefore, you know, we like to make people feel that they're getting something really different, unique, with a bit of culture behind it, a bit of history behind it, and also fashionable and modern to the day as well. In contrast to the fact that we still use the looms that are over 150 years old to weave our tweeds, and our designs are done, but you have to incorporate in the modern day styles into it, you know, and you have to keep, obviously, social media and everything, we have to move along. You know, we have a massive international market, huge US market. Like, all of the tour buses we get are all US, Canadian, Australian, so we have to make it globally, worldwide, you know, so of course you have to keep things moving, and it moves very fast-paced. Fashion industry as well, styles change so quickly, so yeah, we got to keep up to date all the time. Part of our tour that we give our bus tours and our customers, the spinning is the old way of spinning the thread is part of it, and I do that because my grandmother taught me that when I was very little, and she was in here doing the spinning when we started off first, and I was curious, I'm sure, as like any 7 or 8 year old, so she taught me how to spin. And there is apparently a certain knack to it, so there's some people can do it and some people just can't. So she used to say I was very good at it, but I think I had a good teacher. She spun all her life, like, so she taught me how to do it. So it's nice, it's a nice aspect to add to the tour, you know. It gives an insight into how basic things were, you know, those days, and what they had to do, like, so it proves very popular now. The tourists like taking photos and video coverage of it, yeah.
Triana Design has gone from strength to strength, and over 30 years in business, the Mulherns' hard work has paid off. They have a thriving Donegal tweed business and shop which is on the itinerary for all major national and international tour companies. Leaving Ardra, we continue on to Nairn, Portneuf and Rossbeg. This coastal area consists of rugged, unspoiled beaches and bogland. Najran Beach is a beautiful sheltered cove blue flag beach, perfect for walking, with safe waters for swimming and family days out. From the beach you can look out onto Inishkeel Island. When the tide is out you can walk from the beach to the island, where you can see its early Christian churches, holy wells and beautifully decorated stone slabs. This area has much to offer, including an 18-hole links golf course, traditional Irish pubs, restaurants, traditional music, scenic walks, sandy beaches and beautiful scenery. 10 minutes drive from Nairn takes you into Glenties, one of Ireland's tidiest towns. Glenties is the birthplace of the famous writer Patrick Mcgill, and his work is celebrated each year in the town with the Patrick Mcgill Summer School. Founded in 1981, it attracts both national and international speakers from the literary, academic and political worlds. Patrick Mcgill is still being published and read today. Mcgill Summer School Director Jumal Holland talks about the event.
Mcgill grew from the desire to honour Patrick Mcgill, who became a well-known writer, particularly in the UK and later in the States. And we decided to set up a summer school 34 years ago. Decided to deal with themes of national interest like emigration, and there was a lot of emigration already in the 80s out of Ireland. But then it grew and now has become one of the major forums in Ireland for the discussion of ideas and putting forward fresh proposals sometimes to deal with our economic situation, with our health service, with our education service. It has been described to me very often as by foreign ambassadors who come as a unique event, not only in Ireland but in the world. A major conference at this level in a small place, a small village of less than 1,000 inhabitants. So they say they've never experienced anything like it in the world.
To anybody in America looking in, please come to Ireland again on your holiday. You know that Donegal as well is the beginning of the wild Atlantic Way, and you can get to see some of the most stunning scenery on the coastline, actually anywhere in the world. So if you do come, particularly to a place like Glenties, the welcome's very, very warm. The people are very friendly, and you'll be very welcome to come here and spend a bit of time, maybe discover your roots as well.
Just past Glenties, Fintown, which is a small townland situated on the banks of Lough Finn. It's a quiet rural village with its main tourist attractions being the Fenton Railway. The chairman of the Fenton Railway, Seamus Mcgill, explains.
About 20 years ago we decided to restore the old railway line here that was closed in the 50s, that ran from Stranraer to Glenties, and we called it an Irish name here. It's the Gaeltacht area. We go by Cólach Train, and the Gaeltacht Lar means the train society of the Middle Gaeltacht in Donegal. And next year we'll be 20 years open, so things are going nicely for us here in Fenton. Since '95 we've had roughly 8 to 10,000 every year. They come from all over the world here really. A lot of Northern Ireland, of course, a lot of English people, Welsh, really all over the world, New Zealand, Australia. This is the only 3 mile of track in Donegal at the moment, where we had about 220 mile of track, we say, in the late 40s before it all closed down.
Coming to the end of our loop at the foot of the Blue Stack Mountains, we have Lough Esk, 10 minutes outside of Donegal town. This area boasts a number of fine accommodation spots, including 4-star luxury hotels, guest houses and B&Bs.
In Donegal, you have every possible grade of accommodation you might require. And what people in America and Europe must realise, that in the last 25-30 years, we have made enormous strides in the whole area of keeping, of hotel keeping, of guest house keeping, of 5-star hotel keeping, of 4-star hotel keeping. We have them all in Donegal. Right where we are now at Harvey's Point, sitting on the lake, we are a 4-star hotel, #1 in Ireland, in the top 7 in Europe, and the only Irish hotel in the top 25 in the world. Next door, we have a castle. Literally 5 minutes down the road, we have Sully's Lough Esk Castle, a glorious 5-star hotel. In Donegal town, we have several 3-star, 4-star hotels. All around, we have guest houses of the highest quality. I think our unique selling point is that warmth and those open arms, and that we say to the stranger, welcome home.
Donegal boasts the most breathtaking scenery, beautiful unspoilt landscapes, stunning white sandy beaches and wild rugged coastlines. It's the unspoiled wildness of Donegal that captivates you, showing off its true natural beauty. This county is steeped in rich culture and heritage. Each town has its own history to tell, and the locals are always willing to share their stories. It's the perfect location for walking, hiking, surfing and adventures. You can also enjoy traditional Irish music, cosy welcoming pubs and fine quality good food wherever you stay. So why not consider a visit to the stunning Northwest County and enjoy the beauty and slow pace of the natural, unspoilt ways of Donegal. Well, that's it for this week's programme. Don't forget, as always, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check out our website at donegaltv.ie. From all of us here at the team, Slán agus Bannacht.